Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metal. We're live, and this past week the WrestleMania main event was revealed, and there are two of the members of Team NLW who will take on Team NWO at WrestleMania. And there is the game, Triple H, who apparently is late to the arena, and CM Punk taking exception to that, and oh my, oh come on guys. Well, Triple H arriving slightly later to the arena and Punk taking exceptions to that, but are they going to be able to coexist in tonight's Lumberjack match? The main event of WrestleMania has been signed and it's official. Team NLW versus Team NWO for control of the company. It's the biggest matchup in NLW history, the biggest implications in NLW history, and we've already seen the cracks starting to appear in the NLW team. Just as recent as earlier tonight when Triple H arrived slightly later than the others, CM Punk took exception to that, and CM Punk not happy with Triple H and Y2J having to separate them, but they're going to have to put their differences aside. Tonight, for Metal, our main event is Jeff Hardy versus Seth Rollins in a Lumberjack matchup. The Lumberjacks, you ask? Well, they're all the participants in that Mania matchup, and that is live tonight. Hardy versus Rollins, NLW versus NWO. And bearing in mind that huge WrestleMania main event, anybody who wins is going to have a significant advantage for their team heading into WrestleMania. And we kick off tonight's evening with the voice of the voiceless. From Air Scotland, Drew Galloway, and it's a little bit weird to be honest, and a bit surreal seeing Drew Galloway come out through the entranceway. Usually we see him come through the crowd and try and break past security. Well, at Havoc he revealed he had been signed by No Limits Wrestling after asking for months to be signed, turning up at live events. Well, now he's a member of the NLW roster and he has set his sights on Kurt Angle. He's been frustrated with the way that Kurt Angle's conducted himself as of late. And what's he going to say to Angle tonight?
I am surrounded by wrestling fans, not sports entertainment fans, professional wrestling fans. You want to know why? It's simple. I'm here to speak up for those who are not been listened to. I'm here to stand up for wrestling. I am here to give the fans a voice. You're screwing with everybody around the world. You're screwing with Drew Galloway. It's people like you that disgust me in wrestling. Trying to dictate what people are going to watch, trying to decide who the champions are when it's painfully obvious to the fans who it should be. Professional wrestling should be decided by people in arenas like this, people around the world, for what a man can do in that ring. And I'll be damned if you decide what's going to happen around here.
Well, Galloway, oh my, oh for God's sake, well, Galloway talking about professional wrestling and why he's here. He loves pro wrestling and that is why anybody's here, but Kurt Angle seems to have lost sight of that goal ever since, well, the unsportsmanlike conduct against Finn Balor at Havoc. Well, he's had a certain change of pace and a certain change of attitude, and that has been clear in the past few weeks with Drew Galloway. After all, he assaulted him this past week, but Galloway fought back, but he might not fight back tonight. A cheap shot by Angle, and for God's sake. And Kurt Angle has the ankle held and Galloway is in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go. And Galloway this past week said, you haven't beaten me, and that is true, but Angle beating the hell out of Galloway. And look at Galloway trying to struggle. And there's no way he's getting out of this. And look at this, the trainers, security have to break it up. We're blindsiding Galloway. Galloway wasn't looking to fight here tonight, but Angle cheap shot at him and again kicking the ankle. And this is exactly what Drew Galloway was talking about just now. The honour in professional wrestling's gone. And even though Kurt Angle is an Olympic gold medalist in the sport of wrestling, somehow he's lost sight of it, and Galloway's up. And Galloway's straight back up on his feet, and that is not just a metaphor. He literally is back on his feet, and every time he gets knocked down, he gets back up again, and Angle's going to have to realise that soon. Angle unbeaten, but is Drew Galloway going to be the one to put an end to all that? And again, well, here you see Rob Van Dam and Raven. I still have no idea why this is being secretly filmed or what's going on between those two, but obviously two men who have been disgruntled as of late, making some sort of deal, are they? I don't know, but anyway, we're going to have a live hookup with Charlotte. Charlotte, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, good. I'm going to interview now, but, you know, after what we saw this past week, you're going to go to WrestleMania, but it is in controversial circumstances. The way you won your match against AJ Lee was despicable, if you don't mind me saying so. And how can... Oh, hang on. Guys in the truck, I think there's some sort of technical difficulty or something. Can you check what's going on, please? I'm sorry, folks. I was meant to be interviewing Charlotte and shoving that set over. What the hell's going on? And, oh, my. Well, there she is. And AJ on a rampage. Trish Stratus trying to hold her back. And she's not happy after losing to Charlotte, after Charlotte cheated to win their match, and that means AJ's not going to WrestleMania, but Charlotte is. Man, AJ Lee wants justice, almost crushes Charlotte under that set, and, well, Trish trying to calm things down to no avail. Well, the Women's Championship is going to be a hotly contested matchup at WrestleMania, and this is a team that are hoping to perhaps win the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. There has been no official matchup made for the Tag Team titles for WrestleMania yet. However, you've got to believe that an imminent decision will be made with regards to the Tag Team titles. There are so many contenders in contention, including the Brood and the Filthy Animals. This past week, the Brood defeated the Filthy Animals and were looking to try and, well, end their careers for good. However, the Young Bucks made the save with the ladders, and that is why we've got this matchup here tonight. The NLW Tag Team Champions in action, and they themselves had a match up against the Filthy Animals, and it was cost to them by the Brood. So this tag team division is getting confusing fast. However, one thing's for certain is that the biggest prize in tag team wrestling are those NLW Tag Team Championships, and that is why these teams will do anything to get them, including what the Brood have done, breaking Chavo Guerrero's neck. That's why the Filthy Animals aren't here tonight. They're visiting Chavo Guerrero in the hospital. He's still recovering, and there you go, the Brood. No respect whatsoever from these sick vampire-like, I guess I'm going to call them creatures, but right now they have a huge opportunity to defeat the NLW Tag Team Champions and perhaps earn themselves a title match at WrestleMania. Who knows? However, the Brood, a wave of momentum heading into here tonight, but the Brood looking to stop that. There's a Hurricane Rana, and comes in with a somersault, crushes Fawn and Burchill on the outside, and now, oh, there's an elbow, and the Brood know what they're doing. Despite the Young Bucks' more experience as a tag team, the Brood are certainly more vicious. There you see the springboard, and again, look at the vicious nature of this move, that choke to Nick Jackson. And the tag team champions in a world of pain at the moment, gonna have to get away, but Burchill moves out of the way, and there you go! And the super kick party starts early, and that may be it. He's going to the top rope for a 450, is he? But Fawn there, and another super kick. It is certainly a super kick party here tonight. Oh, Mel, and there you go! One out for the tag team champions, Matt Jackson, diving over the ropes onto... Hang on, what the hell? Hang on. Well, in the ring, there's a 450, but what the hell's this? Oh, my God! And that table thrown into the back of the head, and what the hell is this about? It's Raven and Rob Van Dam, and, well, we saw them talking over something this past week, and then again earlier tonight, and putting Fawn through that table, my God. What in the hell... What the hell's gotten into Raven and Raw VD? And, oh, going for the super kick. But a kick of his own by Van Dam. And we know that they've been somewhat disgruntled. None of them has had much momentum as of late. And, oh my God, don't do this. Van Dam on top, and the 5-star frog splash through the table. And every tag team out here has been laid out. And what on earth is their motivation? Rob Van Dam and Raven destroying the tag team competition here. Well, they have Well, there's no doubt they've made a statement here tonight. Well, we'll take a look back at the replay of this. It was a 450, and that was while the Brood were knocked out, it seemed, and then Van Dam and Raven came down to the ring with tables. I don't know why they chose the tables to bring down to the ring, but nevertheless, did a number on the Bucks and the Brood. And Rob Van Dam and Raven laying waste to everything inside here, and they look high or something. I don't know what the hell substances they're on or something, but maybe it's euphoria. They find their groove here tonight, and we've seen Van Dam and Raven have those ominous talks. Maybe this is why they were so secretive about those talks. It's because they were planning this all along. Well, as successful as they are as singles competitors, maybe the reboot they need for their career is a tag team run, and they have officially put their names in the hat for the tag team titles. Well, shocking there, but speaking of championships, this is what happened earlier today. This is an exclusive here for you. And there you see the NLW Hardcore Champion, Christopher Daniels, got a new Hardcore title made, and I'm not going to tell you what happens, folks. You're just going to have to watch this for yourself. I've already seen the footage, but there you see William Regal, and here the fans in attendance watching this for the first time, Finlay disguised behind the counter of that custom plate store. Daniels only had that title for about 24 hours, and already he's lost it to William Regal. Well, that's a chaotic 24/7 rule in effect for you. And speaking of chaos, Dean Ambrose is going to bring chaos to No Limits Wrestling on episode 41 when he goes one-on-one with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. It's certainly one of the biggest matchups in NLW history. Dean Ambrose debuts. He's facing the NWO in the form of Shawn Michaels upcoming, and well, it's time for our main event. And we've already mentioned the WrestleMania main event for control of this company, but right now it's about Seth Rollins, the architect of the New World Order, and the Commissioner and the rest of the NWO accompanying him to the ring, and that is because the following contest is a lumberjack matchup. There are no countouts or disqualifications in a lumberjack matchup. The only way to win is by pinfall and submission, and well, if you get thrown out of the ring, tough luck, because you're going to get beaten up if you're on the wrong side of the ring. And that is why this is a volatile situation for Jeff Hardy as he goes into the ring for this lumberjack matchup against Seth Rollins. Representing Team NLW, coming to the aid of Triple H and others. And now the charismatic Enigma is certainly fired up for this one. And it was several weeks ago where he was speared through the House of Pain steel cage by the Big Show. And I'm sure he's going to feel the effects of that still, because he hasn't competed since. Seth Rollins, on the other hand, has been dominant as the NWO's architect, as we've said. But I don't see the Team NLW. We heard they were at each other's throats earlier tonight with Triple H and CM Punk, but they're here now. Ladies and gentlemen, this lumberjack matchup is our main event, Hardy versus Rollins, and that is coming up right up next. Someone once said, some people think that to be strong is to never feel pain. In reality, the strongest people are the ones who feel it, understand it, and accept it. And speaking of pain, oh my god! Have you ever seen anything like this? We have a new champion! What the hell are we witnessing? This is WrestleMania, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Metal. This is our main event. Seth Rollins of the NWO versus Jeff Hardy of Team NLW. Here's the cover following that kick to the leg, and it is a lumberjack matchup, meaning if you get thrown to the outside, you're basically being fed to the wolves, and that's exactly what Hardy is being done to right now. Rollins throwing Hardy over, and there's the first example, and here's the second example. Oh my. And Rollins now at the mercy of Team NLW. Dean Ambrose working on him, and there's a lot of history there. And now CM Punk kicking him in the stomach. And if this happens again, well, I don't know if they're going to be so lenient. Front suplex by Jeff Hardy. And the Commissioner trying to will on the architect of the NWO, and CM Punk now giving some advice to Jeff, and well, apparently Triple H giving some other advice, and CM Punk not too happy about that. After all, we saw earlier tonight where CM Punk took exception to the fact that Triple H arrived late at the arena. They're still arguing. Well, Jeff Hardy's being assaulted by the NWO and Shawn Michaels. Michaels, of course, going to go one-on-one with Dean Ambrose in episode 41 I should say. And now CM Punk has tried to get back on the same page with Triple H on the outside there, and Hardy turned to focus on this matchup. Rollins in trouble, but again, Hardy is sent to the outside, and once again, Rollins knows to, good grief, unload the workload, and the Commissioner. What a smug human being that is. I can't wait for NLW to hopefully put them out of power, but then again, that might just be a pipe dream. We'll see at WrestleMania. And here's the crossbody by Seth Rollins. And it's been all Rollins, thanks to the fact that Rollins keeps throwing Hardy out to the NWO. And now the knee from the top rope. Here's the cover. Very well maybe over. Jeff could have been knocked out, but he wasn't that time. And CM Punk, a bit disgruntled. He feels that Triple H is not putting his weight in, putting any effort in. Well, we'll see about that in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, Hardy with the poetry in motion. And again clotheslines him. Rollins may be in trouble now, but the Big Show comes to his aid and drags him out of the ring. And Hardy, not going to let that phase him. Rollins brought to safety, but how long? Oh! Hardy dives over the ropes, but Big Show drives him back first and spine first into that ring post, and that's going to stop some high-flying offense. And there's NLW on the other side. Hardy in trouble, but reverses the whip, and my God, what a clothesline. Well, CM Punk may take exception to the fact that Triple H arrived late, but that's certainly what he's good for. Moves like that. And now, oh my. Not here, guys, you got this. You got time to do this at WrestleMania! And already, barely into the matchup, the twist of fate in the ring, and NLW and the NWO are at it again. They're continuously fighting on the... Oh my God. Well, I'd be certainly happy to see this. Knock him out, Triple H. Oh my. Well, CM Punk had the Commissioner held, and Triple H accidentally hitting CM Punk. And meanwhile in the ring, kick to the stomach and the curb stomp, and Seth Rollins going to take advantage of the melee and pick up the huge victory for the NWO. And meanwhile, CM Punk, my God, he might be knocked out. Certainly could have a concussion or something, the way that Triple H swung that chair at the Commissioner but missed. That's certainly not going to help their relationship here tonight. Well, Seth Rollins taking advantage of everything that was going on here, hitting the curb stomp. Well, this is a massive turning point here. The Commissioner was in the way and then managed to slither out, and when Triple H accidentally hit CM Punk, this distracted Hardy long enough for Seth Rollins to kick him in the stomach and then deliver that curb stomp, and the NWO victorious. And this is a vital blow to No Limits Wrestling heading into that match for control at WrestleMania. And CM Punk asking Triple H why he hit him, but Triple H explaining that it was a mistake. But CM Punk not buying any of that, especially after what happened at the... Oh my God. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys, there's no need for this. And CM Punk and Triple H having to be restrained, and for God's sake, they're on the same team. And look at that smug bastard, the Commissioner, rubbing his hands together like an evil villain, because he knows that this is his best chance of winning the NWO, watching NLW implode.